If a machine can look and feel like us, how long before it begins to replace us? It's a question that lingers in the quiet spaces between invention and consequence. We once built tools to make life easier, then machines to make it faster.
My relationship to Erica is that I'm her architect. For about 2 years now, I've been working with Erica and trying to create, her mind, create her personality, and get all the details working.
Now we build beings, shapes wrapped in synthetic skin.
Human face is a very high bandwidth communication tool, and that's why we've built these expressive robots.
Eyes that meet ours, voices that remember our names. They stand at the threshold, not as distant science fiction, but as something present, breathing in the hum of servers and servo motors. And in that closeness, the line between human and creation grows almost invisible. The rise of hyperrealistic robotics. Around the world, a quiet race is unfolding. Engineers, artists, and programmers are working together to create machines that no longer look like machines. Their goal is not just to make robots work better, but to make them feel real. So real that you could mistake one for a person standing beside you. Advances in materials and artificial intelligence are moving faster than most people realize. Skin made from silicone can now show tiny details like pores and faint veins. Eyes can follow your gaze. Faces can smile or frown in response to what you say. These changes are not only technical achievements, they are steps toward making machines part of our everyday lives. This shift is not happening in secret labs alone. Companies are showcasing their creations at events, in stores, and even in public spaces. Each one brings us closer to a time when walking past a robot on the street will feel as ordinary as passing another human. And when that day comes, we may not even notice the difference. Tocino's vision of perfection. Tocino has taken this pursuit of realism to another level. Their latest creations are not just shaped like people. They carry the fine details that convince the eye and the touch. Each face is sculpted with care, showing the small textures of skin that most would never notice unless they were missing. Even the faint trace of veins lies beneath the surface, adding to the illusion. The bodies are made from high-grade silicone, giving them both durability and a lifelike softness. Their heads can turn, eyes can shift, and mouths can open or close. These movements are smooth, almost natural, making the moment feel less like a demonstration and more like an encounter. Tocino's next step is to give these forms a mind. Artificial intelligence will allow them to respond, hold conversations, and remember details about the people they meet. The company imagines a future where their robots are not only companions, but partners in daily life, able to share moments, understand emotions, and fill the space where human presence once stood. Yored-Doll's Yuka. Yored-Doll has introduced a model named Yuka, designed to be both beautiful and practical. At first glance, she could be mistaken for a real person. Her skin is made from hypoallergenic silicone, soft to the touch, and gentle enough for long-term contact. The texture is carefully crafted so that light falls across it, the way it would on human skin. Yuka is built to last. The materials resist wear, keeping her appearance fresh over time. She also comes in different body styles, including lighter versions that are easier to move and handle. This makes her more accessible to people who might want a lifelike presence without the weight of a full mechanical build. Buyers can choose every detail: hair color, eye shade, face shape, and then optional accessories. Some versions can speak, adding another layer of interaction. With Yuka, the focus is not only on how real she looks, but on how seamlessly she can fit into a person's daily environment. The performer. Desdemona. Desdemona is unlike any other humanoid robot. She is not made for quiet companionship or simple household help. She was built to stand under bright lights and perform. Created through a partnership between Singularity Net and Hanson Robotics, she takes the stage as a rock musician, singing and speaking with a presence that feels almost human. Her face carries subtle movements that match the rhythm of her words. Lips shape each syllable with precision, while her expressions shift in real time to the energy of the crowd. The synthetic skin she wears reflects light naturally, adding to the sense that she is more than a machine. Behind her performance is a learning system that adapts to each interaction. She can change her tone, react to the mood, and even improvise moments during a show. Desdemona is not just a display of technology. She is a glimpse into how machines might one day share. Andrea, the student's companion. Andrea is a Japanese android created not for entertainment or retail, but for learning. She dresses in everyday clothes, a hoodie, jeans, and sneakers, so she blends easily into a crowd. Her casual style makes her seem approachable, especially to younger people who might interact with her in a school or university setting. She can move, gesture, and change her expressions in ways that make conversations feel natural. Sensors allow her to notice changes around her. Light shifting through a window, someone stepping closer, or a sudden movement nearby. This awareness helps her respond in real time, making each interaction more fluid. At Stuttgart Media University, Andrea is part of a hands-on robotics program. Students use her to practice programming expressions, refining gestures, and testing human-robot communication. She is more than a research tool. She is a bridge between theory and practice, helping future engineers imagine how machines might share human spaces in a way that feels effortless. Dunyasha and the cyber cafeteria. In Russia, a new kind of café has appeared, one where the cashier is not human. Dunyasha, a hyper-realistic robot, greets customers with a smile, moves her head, and uses her arms to serve food and drinks. She can pour coffee, hand out ice cream, and even suggest taking a selfie while people wait. Her work area is fully automated. Machines handle the ice cream, soda, and coffee, while customers order through a self-service terminal. Dunyasha chats casually, sometimes commenting on the news or making small talk. Her presence turns an ordinary transaction into something unusual, almost like meeting a character from the future. Upgraded servo motors give her smoother arm movements, and her face can show more subtle expressions than before. For visitors, the experience is both novel and efficient, with service without a single human behind the counter. The creators believe this could be the model for cafes in many cities, blending technology with everyday routines. Sarah, a cultural ambassador. In Saudi Arabia, a humanoid robot named Sarah has become a symbol of how technology can adapt to tradition. She is designed to speak politely, dress modestly, and follow the country's social customs. Her programming avoids sensitive subjects, focusing instead on friendly, respectful conversation that feels natural within the culture. Sarah's appearance is carefully chosen. She wears traditional clothing, stands at a familiar height, and speaks both Arabic and English. She can recognize faces, read expressions, and respond with gestures that match the tone of the interaction. This makes her seem approachable, yet always respectful. When tested in public, Sarah's calm manner and thoughtful replies drew interest and praise. She is more than an example of advanced robotics. She is a reminder that machines can be built to reflect the values of the people they serve. In her, tradition and technology exist side by side, creating a bridge between the old and the new. Saki, the anime dream in reality. Saki is a robot created with a different kind of inspiration. Her design draws from anime, giving her large, expressive eyes and soft, delicate features. Made from medical-grade silicone, her skin feels smooth and lifelike, while also being strong and safe to touch. Every part of her body is shaped with careful attention to proportion, so she appears balanced and natural when standing or sitting. Her frame allows for small, precise movements, turning her head, shifting her posture, or adjusting her gaze. These subtle actions make her seem more alive, even when she is simply posing. She is often used for photo shoots, cosplay events, or as a display piece for collectors who appreciate the blend of technology and art. Saki is more than a static figure. Her creators see her as part of a future where lifelike robots appear in themed entertainment, promotional work, and even performances. She stands as proof that robotics can be playful, imaginative, and deeply tied to cultural trends. The emotional edge of replacement. With every new model, the gap between human and machine grows smaller. These robots do more than mimic appearance. They react, speak, and sometimes even remember. It is easy to imagine them becoming a normal part of daily life, taking roles once filled by people. This change raises quiet but deep questions. If a robot can comfort, serve, entertain, and even form a bond, what happens to the human connections it replaces? For some, these machines will be welcome companions. For others, they may feel like a reminder of something lost, authentic interaction, shared imperfections, or the unpredictable nature of real people. The technology itself is not emotional, but our response to it is. We project feelings onto machines that look like us. We talk to them, laugh with them, and sometimes trust them. And in that trust, the line between tool and companion becomes harder to see. One day, we may look back and wonder when it happened, when the machine stopped feeling like an object and started feeling like someone. These creations will move through our homes, our streets, and our lives, carrying faces we recognize and voices we know. They will not tire, they will not forget, they will always be ready to listen. But in giving them this closeness, we also give them a place in our emotional world. That choice will shape the future, more than the technology itself. And perhaps the most important question will not be if they replace us, but if we let them.